There are moments when the world seems to stop spinning, not because of breaking news or a global event, but because of one person who carries calmness like light. Today, that person was Kim Taehyung. Incheon Airport, usually a blur of sound and movement, suddenly felt like a dream, as if the universe itself had turned the terminal into a stage built only for him. And when Taehyung stepped out of the black car, it felt like the air changed. Time froze, not in silence, but in awe. He wore a black leather jacket that wrapped around him perfectly, a white shirt that softened the look, and sunglasses that hid eyes too expressive for words. His hair, tousled by the autumn wind, framed his face in a way that made everything look cinematic. It wasn't just an airport moment. It was art unfolding in real time. Fans who had waited since dawn didn't scream wildly. They whispered his name with reverence, their voices trembling between admiration and affection. "Taehyung, you look beautiful," one shouted, while others simply held their phones and cried quietly, as if seeing him in person was too much for the heart to handle. And Taehyung smiled. Not the kind of smile made for cameras, but one that came from somewhere deep and calm. It was gentle, healing, almost sacred. The kind of smile that seems to say, "I'm here. I'm okay. Thank you for waiting for me." Every step he took radiated balance, a harmony between grace and warmth, between strength and softness. He didn't have to speak. His silence carried all the poetry the world needed that morning. This trip to Los Angeles wasn't just another work schedule. It was for the TIRTIR pop-up event, a moment that beautifully aligned with who Taehyung truly is. Because if TIRTIR's message is glow from within, then there's no one who embodies it more perfectly than him. His glow has never just been about appearance. It's not in the flawless skin or perfect angles. It's in his essence, in the peace he carries, the sincerity in his voice, and the quiet confidence of someone who doesn't need to shine, because he already glows naturally from within. When news of his departure spread, the world responded instantly. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok lit up like fireworks. Hashtags like #TaehyungToLA, #TIRTIRXV, and #SafeFlightTaehyung flooded timelines in every language imaginable. It wasn't just news. It was a collective heartbeat. Millions of people moved by one man's calm presence. Across the ocean, Los Angeles was already waiting. Billboards in Koreatown flashed, "Welcome home, Taehyung. Los Angeles glows brighter with you." Fans organized massive projects. Cup sleeves with the theme, "Tae's Glow." Photo installations where people could take pictures under soft lighting. And even a digital ad in Times Square that would play for an entire week to celebrate his visit. It felt like the world was preparing for a gentle storm, the kind that doesn't destroy, but quietly transforms everything it touches. And yet, amid the excitement, another name began to rise alongside his: Jungkook. Just a few hours before Taehyung arrived at the airport, Jungkook had appeared online on Weverse. He left a short message: "It's cold today. Don't forget your jacket." A simple sentence, but for fans who have followed both of them for years, it felt like a spark, a familiar, unspoken tenderness resurfacing once again. Because that morning, Taehyung was seen wearing a black leather jacket. Coincidence? Maybe. But in the language of subtle connections, some coincidences feel too perfect to ignore. Later that day, fans noticed Jungkook's playlist, a quiet mix of soft, emotional songs, with themes of distance and temporary goodbyes. One of his recent Instagram stories said, simply, "Safe travels." And, as fate would have it, the day of that story was the very day Taehyung left for Los Angeles. It's easy to dismiss it all as timing, but sometimes timing is the message. Sometimes it's the only way two people can speak, when words would make too much noise. At the airport, Taehyung was caught in a brief, fleeting moment, looking down at his phone, a small smile forming at the corner of his lips. It wasn't a practice smile for the press. It was too soft, too real, like someone had just written something meant only for him. And in that instant, the internet exploded. Because the world didn't just see Taehyung. It felt him. It felt that quiet intimacy that exists between him and someone unseen, someone whose presence lingers even from miles away. The night before his flight, fans noticed his apartment lights were still on past midnight. Some speculated he was preparing for the trip, packing, writing notes, maybe building a playlist for the journey. Others, with hopeful hearts, imagined him talking softly through a screen, sharing laughter, good nights, and maybe one last take care before dawn. No one knows for sure what really happened, and maybe that's why people love them even more. Because in the mystery, there's poetry. In the silence, there's connection. Taehyung's departure wasn't just a trip abroad. It felt like a quiet chapter opening. A chapter where he steps beyond the stage, into the wider world of art, fashion, and beauty. A world that mirrors his true self. Serene, expressive, and timeless. He's not just the face of TIRTIR. He's the embodiment of its message. That true beauty comes from authenticity, from peace, from the courage to be gentle in a world that values noise. As his plane ascended into the clouds, millions watched the same clips again and again. The way he turned his head, smiled once more, then disappeared through the gate. It became a symbol of grace in motion. "Fly safe, Tae," fans wrote. "LA's waiting for you." And somewhere between all those comments, a softer whisper seemed to rise. Not written, but deeply felt. "Someone's watching, proud of you from Seoul." It's been more than a decade since Taehyung first stepped into the spotlight, yet his presence still feels like a miracle. A quiet reminder that beauty doesn't shout. It hums softly. It breathes in the silence between words. Taehyung proves that calmness can be more magnetic than fame, and that kindness can outshine even the brightest lights. His every appearance, no matter how ordinary, feels like a small gift to the world, a moment that brings people together, makes them pause, and remember how love can exist even in silence. Today, the airport wasn't just a place of departure. It became a story in itself, a reminder that even in the rush of life, there are moments that slow everything down, simply because one person walks through with grace. And perhaps somewhere back in Seoul, someone saw the same videos, smiled that familiar quiet smile, and whispered, "You did well." The world waits again for his next step, his next quiet moment, his next gentle glow that somehow makes everything feel alive. Because when Kim Taehyung walks, the world trembles softly, not in fear, but in awe. One step from him, and the earth feels just a little more beautiful. Ending, reflective call to action. So, what do you think, Army? Did you feel it too? The invisible thread between Seoul and Los Angeles? That quiet connection that doesn't need to be spoken to be understood? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if Taehyung's calm light touched your heart today, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe for more stories that move the soul. And as always, keep glowing from within.